Hey, I'm Supats, lifelong solopreneur. Now living my life with only one passion to help solopreneurs to launch their digital products on fast track so that they can be profitable as fast as within 1 week, and they want to scale, they can join the membership. And as a bonus, I show them how they can sell their digital products all over the world using affiliates. Without further delay, let's get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to New Beginning Inspiration for You podcast. And as our promise, we have a special guest who will help you build your business with ease. He will also help you in your personal life. He is providing something that everyone wants. Jake Isaac, his serial integrator, mastermind leader, helping entrepreneurs build resilient businesses and unbreakable teams, and which is going to have a legacy, which is a generational impact. Everybody wants that, but very few achieve that. And we'll find out why. And if you want to achieve it, how you can achieve with Jake's help. So without further delay, let me invite Jake. Jake, stage is yours. We want to know more about your story. How did you get started into
Thanks,
the
Sue. I really
business?
appreciate it, and excited to be here and share with your audience. I got started in the business. I this term serial integrator is something that my business partner came up with one day. He is a serial entrepreneur. He has done lots of different industries, from real estate to construction to retail franchise locations. And so he and I have been friends for about 18 years, and we were just kind of talking about how we could come together and match our backgrounds up to provide the most good and service for people. And prior to getting started with Gathering the Kings, I've always just kind of been a number two or a fixer for entrepreneurs. I've traveled around the country. For 10 years, I was in the hospitality industry as a fixer for Hilton and Marriott, turning around underperforming hotels all across the United States. And I've worked with small business owners in the home service industry. I've done some nonprofit work building teams, and just our ability to come together and him talk from the entrepreneurial perspective and me talk from the operations and systems perspective really just made a lot of sense to us.
Yeah, that is actually the perfect marriage, because just as one person, you are not going to be perfect, but together as a team, yeah, you can provide a perfect solution. And yeah, that is a great strategy because at every successful business you see, there are always two people partnering because just one brain is not enough. And you had a great strategy. So, who is your ideal customer? To whom do you help and
Yeah,
how
what a
do
great
you help?
question. We are looking to help business owners who are what we call grateful but not done. They have understood that they've accomplished some things in their life. They're super thankful for what they have and where they're going, but they also recognize that there's another level. There's always the next rung of achievement that they can be going after. And so we're looking for people who are not complacent and want to continue to uh, live the exceptional life, is what we call it.
This is so much of wisdom. You are saying grateful and still looking forward to. It is giving me so many messages. First of all, you are grateful.
Yep,
That means you have positive attitude. Second of all, you are still looking to enhance. That means you don't have ego. You are teachable. You are perfect ideal. I'm going to steal it because I love it. I never heard this. Yeah, I mean, it's a really great strategy. My goodness. Just it is so concise, but it is actually speaking, yeah, millions. It's a great work. Yeah, I'm learning so much just within your two sentences. I'm learning so much, and I'm going to steal it. I'm just telling you, actually, here in the open world
that's
stage,
great.
I'm just telling
Yeah,
that it's a
hope
really
hope
great
you do
one. Yeah,
steal
I
it.
love it. Yeah. So, so what are the challenges you faced when you got started into the business, and how did you
Yeah,
overcome them?
I think when you initially get started in business, there's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of imposter syndrome. It's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of sleepless nights. Is my idea really valuable? People can say that they like it, but are they willing to open up their wallets and pay for what it is that I'm doing? And so, I think just overcoming that initial imposter syndrome, am I good enough, right? Do I actually have something of value that people will find helpful? Because you can want to be helpful, you can want to bring value, you can want to be, beneficial to people's lives, but if no one's willing to pay for it, then you don't really have anything that's monetizable.
Absolutely right. And many times we think about what our clients, they have 3 a.m. problem, and how they are waking up 3 a.m. problem, and so
Right.
that problem we can solve. But hey, we have to look at even our 3 a.m. problem, whether we have that offer good enough so that we can solve their problem. So you are showing me another perspective. Thank you. See, it's always good to learn from mistakes, and it's good to learn from your own mistakes, but better to learn from somebody else's mistakes. And my audience is always willing to learn from the guest speaker who comes on our podcast. They want to learn from their mistakes. So I want to ask you, so what mistakes you did, and what did you
Yeah.
learn from them?
Wow. Thank you. First of all, I want to speak a little bit to the mistakes and learning from your mistakes. One of the things that we do inside of Gathering the Kings is not only provide support for entrepreneurs, but we holistically want to provide support for their families. So we run a program inside of our organization. It's a little micro community called Generation Next. And it's for students between the ages of 8 and 18 to learn success principles, entrepreneurship principles, how to manage money at a young age. Because what we know is that our public education system isn't doing a good job of teaching those type of things to kids. So we wanted to just be a voice in that area for our clients' children. And one of the things that I always talk to the kids about is what failure really stands for. We tell them that FAIL is an acronym for first attempt in learning, right? And so when you go out and
That's
fail at
good.
something,
Yeah.
you didn't do anything wrong. It's just actually one step closer to learning how to do things the right way or the correct way. When we first got started in business, or when I first got started in people management, you can listen to podcasts, Sue, you can read books, you can go to seminars, but unless you have a vehicle that's actually allowing you to work out the things that you're
Implement.
learning, right? Unless you have a vehicle where you can actually apply the knowledge that you're gaining, it's all conceptual, right? And I tell
Oh, yeah.
people managers all of the time that you can read all of the books you want, but until you have that tough conversation,
Oh,
until
yeah.
you say something that you shouldn't have said, until you don't treat someone with integrity and respect, you're never really going to know how that feels and how to fix it and grow from there. And so I made a lot of mistakes coming up in my career. I said a lot of wrong things. I didn't treat people the way that I should have treated people. And all of those just are building blocks that were stacked on top of each other.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And actually, in our team also, means I say mistakes are okay and mistakes are allowed, but don't do the same. So don't
Absolutely.
make the same mistakes again. Then if you keep on making the same mistake again, that means you didn't learn from your previous mistake, and then you are just going into loop. So mistakes are totally allowed, and we just try to see the intention. As far as the intention is right, and if you are not repeating the mistakes, everything is fine. Everything is
100%.
fine, right? So, yeah, you know, any business actually, you cannot start and scale without purpose and passion. So, what is your purpose and passion in your business? And how did you realize your
Yeah.
purpose and passion?
I think early on in my life, I realized that I had a calling for discipleship. Just getting into the nitty gritty with people, building relationships, developing bonds, and helping them move forward in life has been something that I've been passionate about, even back when I was a young kid in high school in the Boy Scouts of America, leading teams and growing organizations through the Boy Scouts. My passion is just making sure that when someone comes in contact with me, when someone's in community with me, that their life is better because I'm in it.
Oh my goodness, we carry the same purpose because as I was designing my branding for my business, I say, okay, first, before doing branding for my business, I
Sure.
have to have vision for my life. And when I was actually writing vision for my life, I had this simple vision, that is that the world is little better because I was on this earth. So what you mentioned, it totally resonates with me. Means, if you start with that, yeah, nothing can, basically, whatever you are doing, it is through that vision, that purpose, that passion. It gives total fulfillment. And you are really
Oh,
doing
I
a great
appreciate
work.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and to that
Thank
point, Sue,
Yeah.
sometimes when I work with new entrepreneurs who are just getting started in business, the first thing that they want to do is to start monetizing their widget or their service, right? And they don't do any of the foundational work like you're talking about of developing a mission statement for their business and for their own personal lives. And it's that mission statement, it's those core values, it's some of those what people might think is like fluffy work that really can make or break the success of an organization. Because when you have those principles to stand on, it makes making decisions easier.
Oh yeah, and then you can focus. If, because as a entrepreneur, solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner, big business owner, whatever it is, but there is a lot of noise. And then how can you actually select the things which you want to focus on? But once you have clear vision, yeah, you can focus on the things which are aligned to that particular vision.
Yeah.
That's perfectly right. Thank you. I've worked with lots of entrepreneurs, and they are very passionate about what they create, what services they provide. Everything is perfect. They want to have a business. And when we talk about, okay, what is your sales and marketing channel, and they just freeze. They say, oh, I have to do sales and marketing. You know, business 80% is sales and marketing. Means, no doubt, we appreciate your unique talent. We appreciate what you are providing to the university, this all the universe and the society and all. But no business can survive without sales and marketing. So I want to know, what is the best strategy you use for your sales and marketing, and how it worked, and how my
Yeah.
audience can learn from it.
I'm going to tell you a quick little funny story. My business partner is the sales and marketing guru. He's the guy. He has built, sales teams for multiple organizations. He's done sales coaching on his own. The answer to all of his problems is always more sales. And as a systems and operations guy, the answer to all of my problems is always a better system. And so we have this like push and pull when we talk to each other about like, we need more sales, and no, we need better systems. And if I'm being 100% honest, Sue, and you can't tell him this, so please don't. He's right. We always need more sales. As a business owner, you always need more sales. It doesn't matter how good your system is. If you're not selling anything, no one gets to see what the system is. And so the thing that we have found that has worked the best for our sales and marketing is just making sure that we're authentic. Not all money is good money. Not everyone needs to be a client. And this is where having some of that foundational mission and core values stuff in place makes sense, because when we come across someone that isn't a good fit for our organization, we're not afraid to refer them out to another competitor, because we want them to get their needs met. And if we can't do that 100%, if there's not value alignment, if there's not harmony in the relationship, then it just doesn't even make sense to get started. So, yeah.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Yeah. So, sales is important, but you actually, you are not giving yourself enough credit. Systems are so important. I cannot tell you how much important they are, because because of systems
Yep.
I can make money while I'm asleep. Because of systems now I'm actually really looking forward to my long vacation. I have like a couple of months of vacation coming up, but that is possible only because of systems. Otherwise I would be tied to my business and I won't have any free time, and I will totally burn out myself. So you are not giving yourself enough credit, okay? So you have equal right to in your success. Of course sales is important, no doubt about it, but without systems you don't have life. Systems give you life, and those are really important. And second thing you mentioned about being authentic, and that is so true. Once you show your authentic nature, your audience appreciates you so much. Because what happens, people are really scared, they have imposter syndrome and whatever it is, and they are comparing their worst with someone else's best, and they don't come out to be genuine and authentic. But if you are vulnerable enough, and if you are genuine, if you are authentic, oh my goodness, it is just like universe starts pouring blessing on you, and your audience appreciates you. That's such a great point. And I can give you examples after examples, because when I became genuine, when I became authentic, I was scared, but my audience accepted me with open arms, and that is so true. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
I
That's
think,
really a great point.
well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So when I was talking, okay,
I was just going to say,
no, no, you
so
were saying
often
something.
young entrepreneurs or solo entrepreneurs, they feel the pressure of having a sale, because that's how they provide lifestyle for themselves, right? And when you can say no to money, there's such power in that. It really reinforces what value you're providing to the marketplace when you can say, hey, man, I really appreciate that you want to pay me to do something, but I don't do what you want. And so I'm going to find someone that can. Because really, if you're a good salesperson, you're a good problem solver, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help our clients solve their problems.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you don't know how universe works for you, because your universe is your genie. When you become authentic, when you tell your client, okay, I'm not a good fit for you, your client will go out and tell four of his friends and say, this person is so good that I went there, I wanted to work with them, but they said it is not a good fit. You know, out of four, you will get
Yep.
two referrals just organically like that. This is how universe works. And many times means many entrepreneurs, they are short sighted, they miss out on this point. But I'm really happy to see that you are doing the right ethical ways of growing your business. Thank you. So when I was talking about systems, I just want to know, means, yeah, systems are really needed to avoid burnout. So how do you achieve work life balance? Because that is also another important thing entrepreneurs are
Yeah.
looking for.
If I'm being 100% honest with you, Sue, I have a problem with the phrase work-life balance. Because work-life balance, the
Okay.
word balance denotes that we have to take from something in order to give to something else. And what we talk about inside of Gathering the Kings is we want to be passionate about all of the areas of our life. We want to be passionate about growing our businesses. We want to be passionate about being intentional with our families. We want to be plugged into our community. We want to focus on our health and our lifestyle. And I believe that you can be intentional and do all of those things. But more often than not, what I find is people don't know how to manage their time. And because they don't know how to manage their time, they are not appropriately applying a system to managing their life. If you work 12 hours a day because you're constantly putting out fires, you don't have enough time in the day to focus on the other aspects of your life. But if you apply a system of time management, if you apply systems just in general in your business, like you're talking about, Sue, those are the things that are going to allow you to have the freedom to be able to go to the gym at 11 a.m. instead of being in a meeting. They're going to allow you to have that daddy-daughter date at 2:00 in the afternoon when she gets out of school, as opposed to sitting in the boardroom or on a sales call.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that is what actually I set my brand. I'm building my business, but I do presentations on my treadmill, and that is my brand because I learned it really hard way. I was bedridden, and when I recovered, I thought it was my second chance. So now I'm, as you mentioned, exactly putting intention and try to incorporate everything in the life holistically, and you are seeing the great result. Thank you. So now, if you want to start your business from scratch, what all the changes would you do and how would you start?
Yeah, that's a really great question. If we were to start it over again from scratch, what would we do differently? One of the reasons why I love podcasting is because it gives you the opportunity to talk about what you do. And through the process of talking about what you do, you can hone in a message. And I think that when we first got started in business, we spent more time trying to build the business than hone in the messaging. And it wasn't really until about a year and a half into us running the organization that we had clear messaging around the problems we were helping entrepreneurs solve and what value we could provide to the marketplace. And we were able to establish that by just talking about it, how we do things, why we do things, what value we serve. And so I think that I would have been more intentional in the beginning about being externally focused on communicating about what it is that we do, because that will give us the opportunity to like learn and grow and refine our language.
Thank you. That's a great point, really. So, do you have any free advice or free resource for our audience that can take that it and
Yeah,
run with it?
there's so many great free resources out there. Uh, one of the things that, Sue, I really struggled as a student in school. I barely got through high school. I wasn't a big fan of college. If I wouldn't have gone to college to play sports, I don't know that I would have gone at all. And when I graduated high school, I made the decision that I wasn't ever going to read a book ever again in my entire life, right? Like I'd done the Of Mice and Men and you know all of the Shakespeare, and I was over it. And very early
Uh-huh.
on in my adult life, someone that I respected got a hold of me and told me that all leaders are readers. Not all readers are leaders, but if you want to be a man or a woman of influence, you need to be a student. And that looks like podcasts, that looks like audiobooks, that looks like reading physical books, that looks like attending seminars. And so, you know, the greatest resource that you can give yourself is the investment in yourself, whether that be through podcasts like listening, like your
Absolutely.
audience is doing here, or making sure that you have a habit of reading daily, or that you're, you know, doing continuing education inside of your own field on a semi-regular basis. If you stop investing in yourself, you stop
Eh,
growing.
Absolutely. And podcasting is such a great resource. You can just listen
Yep.
to podcasts while doing your chores. Means otherwise it would be wasted. And many times if your mind is not properly guided, it tends to become negative. So here you can put positive something really good into your mind plus business strategies. So many things you can. Really great point. I really appreciate that. Now I have a question for you, which is one question which I should have asked you, but I did not ask you yet.
Uh, what is one question that you should have asked me that you have
Uh-huh.
not asked me
But
yet?
I did not ask you.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
think that question is, how do you make being a redhead look so good? No, um, it, I think the question, Sue, is what's the most valuable resource that business owners have access to. And
Mm-hmm.
my answer to
Okay.
that question is time, right? It is the number one commodity that we
Hmm.
have. There is nothing that you can do to bank 5 extra hours from today over to tomorrow to help you complete that task. And so if you're not intentional about the way that you were operating every aspect of your life, what happens is you're like a bag floating in the wind, and you're never accomplishing anything because you're just allowing your day to happen as opposed to waking up in the morning with a clear understanding and expectation of how every minute of every day is going to go. I found freedom in my life when I started applying a schedule to my day as opposed to just waking up and showing up.
Oh, you are so right. I can just give you examples after examples. Initially, when I was new at my business, I would just show up and then I would start doing the things which I was just comfortable doing it. I didn't care whether they were high value things or just because I like to do. I started doing that. Then I would spend whole day in creating just the Canva graphic, and at the end of the day, I would feel so miserable because I didn't do anything important, high value task, high priority task. I would feel so miserable. Means then now I prioritize everything and I just have the list previously done previous night, so that next morning when I wake up, I know what I'll be doing, what focus, what means basically one big activity, small activity, medium activity, and that works like charm. And time is so precious because if you lose money, you can make money, but if you lose time,
That's
you
right.
cannot recreate time. It's gone and time is flying like crazy. Means I still remember, means bringing my kids from hospital and now they are gone, they left home, and I don't know, I would just blink my eye and they are grown up. The time really, yeah, flies like crazy. And I saw actually entrepreneurs, they're spending like 6 months in creating lead magnets, 3 years in creating e-courses, and when they launch they find out that nobody even cares for it. Why instead of that? And that's how, means I came up with my offers. I'm giving ready-made digital products so that you don't have to invest or waste your so much of time. You can take these ready-made products and you can taste the market and just see how it works, and then if it doesn't work, you have other choices. So important, and it's very important. I think every solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner, big business, everyone should pay attention on how they are spending the time. Means basically it is so important, and that's why the TV, they had prime time. It is not like the prime time for you, it's the prime time for the host. They were creating the show and they were making huge money, so that was the prime time. So now we have to watch our social media. Are you posting on social media or you are
Yes.
scrolling on social media? It is so important because people go on social media and 1 hour is gone and you are just scrolling. Why? That's so instead of that, means your strategy is really good. Have a schedule and then just follow the schedule. You will be
Yeah, I know
fine, no
that
doubt
this is going
about
to
it.
sound kind of extreme,
So now you tell
but
us.
as an example, I do not answer my phone on a daily basis. If you call me, I
Great.
will follow that call up with a text message asking
Uh-huh.
you to schedule time later on in the week where I can put it on my calendar and I can be intentional. Because if I pick up my phone right now as it's ringing, it means I'm taking time away from the thing that I decided that I was going to work on. And I know that that sounds really extreme and weird to people, but even that little habit or that little shift will change the way you approach your day-to-day life. We
No, no, it is a great habit. It is a great habit because what happens once you are busy with one task and then you are picking up the phone, you answer the phone, you keep down. It takes time to get back to the same task with the same intensity and all, because there is some time to get adjusted and all, so you're wasting a lot of time. So your strategy is not extreme, it is really practical, and I think everyone should implement to that. I'm working with one-on-one coach, and when I send email, his reply comes in that I check my emails only on Monday and Wednesday during this time, so you will get reply to your email only during that time. And I like that boundary because he is showing me how even I can set boundaries for my clients and how I can have
Yeah,
life. So it's again
right,
being
exactly.
genuine and
You know,
authentic, right?
I
Yeah.
heard once that emails and phone calls are someone else's priority on your life, not your priority. And so,
Oh, that is really
yeah.
good. That is really good. I love it. Yeah. So, where can my audience find you if they want to take your help, and where
Yeah,
can they
I'm
find
active
you?
on Facebook and LinkedIn. Jake Isaacs. Our organization's website is gatheringthekings.com. And we have a YouTube page that has a bunch of information around some of the activities that we do as an organization. And that's Gathering the Kings also at YouTube.
Thank you. So, what kind of transformation they should expect when they work with you?
Yeah, I think the transformation that they should expect is having an understanding of what moves the needle inside of their life. We spend a lot of time talking about being intentional with the things, the time, like we were talking about here. Uh, but most people just don't really know how they apply influence in their own life. They don't know what tasks they do that move the needle forward for their business. As solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, we get such great dopamine hits off of being the problem solver and the go-to fix-it guy or girl that we get bogged up in the day-to-day activities and we're not actually moving our organizations forward. And so we spend a lot of time talking to people about what's the unique genius that they have that allows them to move the needle forward in their business and in their families.
Great. So, you have a group program or one-on-one program or hybrid program. How
Yeah,
do
so
you
we're a mastermind
work with them?
organization. We're industry agnostic, and so we have business owners from all walks of business, from all over the United States. We love being in community with different types of business owners because having conversations like this, Sue, we can learn from each other. Just because I might be a garage door manufacturer doesn't mean that someone who's selling life insurance or annuities can't teach me something about marketing. And so we love putting entrepreneurs in these type of environments where they get to communicate with each other, work with each other, network with each other, and learn from each other's mistakes. It's how you started this conversation today.
You're absolutely right. And that is what I mentioned during my live sessions on social media, that though my strategies are mostly designed for digital business, they
Sure.
are applicable for any business. And that's why I tend to give examples of brick and mortar or physical products which I don't deal with, but I just want to show, okay, these strategies can be used for any business. So, Mastermind is a really great strategy. So thank you. I really appreciate you coming and helping our community. Our community is our family. So someone who can come and help, and we really, yeah, look forward to look into your mastermind. And is there any qualification to join? Because you said, yeah, being grateful and looking forward to more. But many masterminds, they have criteria like you have to have at least $1 million revenue or something like that. So, do you have any such criterias?
No, we do not. We have different levels of engagement inside of our organization that'll help meet business owners where they're at. We've got some members of the organization or of Gathering the Kings that are, full-time W-2 employees that are starting their own business, all
Oh,
the way up to we've got huge enterprise companies that have hundreds of employees inside of them.
okay, that's great to know. Thank you. And if any way we can collaborate with each other, I would really like to, yeah, talk basically our
Would love
post
that.
podcast follow
Yeah.
up. And thank you. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you coming and blessing our family and audience. Please make sure all these links will be in the show notes and description. Please make sure go through that, and yeah, in any way, if you can work with Jake, that will be such a blessing because If he can teach so much in half an hour, just imagine if you are into his community, how much blessing you can achieve from his community, because you will be surrounded by all those people, because he is picking and choosing people. For his first criteria that you have to be grateful. Imagine you are in the community of people who are grateful. Such a blessing, because you become what you associate with. So if you associate with people like his community, with his mastermind, it will move the needle into your business. And I can guarantee that, because even I'm looking forward to become part of his mastermind. Thank you, Jake, again. And really, God bless.
Thank you,
Keep up
Sue.
the
I
great
appreciate it.
work.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you. You too. Bye.
Success stories from busy professionals just like you. As a full-time project manager and dad of two, I was skeptical about fitting another business opportunity into my packed schedule. But this system was different. The ready-made products meant I didn't have to create content from scratch. And the step-by-step implementation meant I could make progress in 30-minute chunks after the kids went to bed. I launched my first digital course in 3 weeks of evenings and weekends, and made my first sales within a month. This is the first program that worked with my real life. James T., project manager and side hustle entrepreneur.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We are blessed to have you as part of our community, and whatever way we can help you, serve you, let us know. Please subscribe and let us know how we can help you, what resources you want. We have lots of free resources and also free collaboration joint venture groups you can join and explode your business, because most solopreneurs quit their business before they launch their first products, and I don't want that to happen to you. And that's why we have special launch service where you can monetize your digitals and become profitable as fast as within 7 days. And if you want to scale your business, join our membership New Beginning Success Collaboration, where we'll provide you MRR and PLR products and collaborations so that you can scale your business with ease and effortlessly. And hey, if you want to sell your digitals all over the world, yes, we will provide you affiliates more than 200 countries. So everything is possible. Just live your dream, follow your dream, and whichever way we can help you, do let us know. Thank you and God bless you.